Can TV's LOL Chicago. We're seeing some of Chicago's best and brightest comedic stars on this stage. Without further delay, a big round of applause for your host this evening, Marz. Hello, everybody. Welcome out to Can TV's LOL Chicago, Chicago's #1 stand-up comedy TV show. Yeah. We're here once a month. We can't do this show without all of you people here in the audience, so thank you all for coming out. And this is our tax day show. Yeah. Oh, we got a woo back there from probably the one person that got some money back. Did you get money back? Did you? Oh, yeah, same here. I haven't gotten money back since I was like in my 20s delivering pizzas back at Pizza Hut. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm getting something new put on my car when my taxes come back. And now it's like they taking something off my car when these taxes come back. This is not going well at all. But yeah, no, I like to drive by in tax season because you see the people stand out in like the Statue of Liberty costumes and the Uncle Sam costumes. And it's just like, do I really want to take my taxes to be done at a place that could double as a carnival or something like that? But they're good though. Those dudes out there with those signs like, wow, come and pay attention, come get your taxes done, come get your taxes done. And then you see the ones that have the people that just stand out front like, where else you gonna go? You see me in this stupid ass outfit. I wish I could do something else, but come on, get your taxes done. Those are the places you don't want to go to. So I want to shout out my man right here with the ascot on real quick. Yeah, I had to talk to you, man. Where you shop at? Can we go shopping together? He said we can't go shopping together? What you do, make your own outfits or whatever?
I know a designer that do it.
You know a designer that does it for you? You can't hook me up. This is like when somebody has like a good drug dealer and they don't want to. You're like, man, you smoke good. Can I get some of that? And they're like, no. You can have some of what I have, but you can't find out who my person is. We can't all be living like this. So you got a designer that does it? Yeah. Okay. Is it like Cinderella and like, is it like this hat? He saw me in the hallway. He saw my hat in the hallway, and he's like, man, your head too small for that hat. He's like, you look like a nail. Mean to me. All right, next we're gonna dress alike next show, and then after the show we're gonna go to Great America together. We're gonna get some airbrush T-shirts. Be like dapper motherfuckers. That's what we gonna dress like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. This man, you may have seen him on Nickelodeon's Mom's Night Out. A big round of applause for Peter Daniel.
All right, guys, give Marz a round of applause. Starting out the show. This is fun. I have 3 children, and my 7-year-old, he's in 1st grade. I pick him up every day from school, and I always ask him what he learned, because I want to make sure they're using my tax dollars appropriately, right? Like, I don't want to be like having him in my house till he's 35. So I always ask him what he learns, but this week, or last week was a tough week. It was a tough week, because I pick him up on Monday, and I ask him, what'd you learn today? And he goes, we learned from Mr. Goose Man that we shouldn't say bad words. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't curse. That's a good lesson. Pick him up on Tuesday. What'd you learn today? We learned from Mr. Goose Man that we shouldn't make fun of people for their bodies. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be body shaming, right? Pick him up on Wednesday. What'd you learn? He goes, we learned from Mr. Goose Man that we shouldn't fight. Violence is not the answer. I'm like, that's a great life lesson. That's what my interest as a parent is piqued. I'm like, who's Mr. Goose Man? Is this a new book? Do I need to buy it to reinforce these lessons at home? So I called the teacher, right? I called the teacher. I'm like, hey, where can I find the Mr. Goose Man book? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know, you told me all about all these lessons. And she goes, oh, that's Mr. Guzman, the new school principal. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, he's been in the office all week. I thought he was getting life lessons. He's a degenerate. I went back over what he said. He was like, no swearing, no bullying, no fighting. He's doing 3 to 5 detentions this week. Maybe if he gets help on good behavior, man. The biggest bummer is I have him enrolled in dual language, English and Spanish, and he couldn't say Guzman. I'm like, ah, fuck. Saving bail money, you know what I mean? Man, no, my 15-year-old though, she's 15, so I hate her, and you know, it just sucks because I was her hero, right? It was daddy's little girl until she was 13, and the day she turned 13, she turned into this moody, angsty teenager. And it's like, I'll just go to your room and come out when you can drink or 21 and cool. Like, I'm not dealing with this, man. I was a young dad. Like, I'm 36, and she's 15, so I was in college when she was born, and everybody, all my friends, they all asked me the same question. They're like, so how'd you bring it up? I'm like, what? They're like, how did you bring it up? I'm like, what are you talking about? They wanted to know, did I bring up the subject of abortion? And it didn't. My own personal belief, we never even considered it at all. But now that she's 15, I think about killing that motherfucker like once a week. Like in plausible ways too, right? Like Hot Wheels at the top of the stairs or something. Wow, that window looked really clean. I didn't realize it was open. Stuff like that. But 2 years ago, New Year's Eve was my year to have my New Year's ruined because her mom and I alternate holidays. And I'm taking her back to her mom at 3 p.m. per the agreement. I don't care that she's hungover. This is why I pay child support. You get her. Like, it's legally binding. That's what the money's for, right? And I'm pulling into the driveway, and my kid looks at me and says, I need you to come into the house. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to mommy. It's really important. And my heart sinks because I'm like, oh, we're Mexican. She's pregnant. Like statistically, right? Because I was a young dad, I'm gonna be a young grandpa too. Like, the odds are not in my favor. So, but that's not the bombshell that my kid dropped on me that year, 2 years ago now. Instead, my child looked at us and said, I'm not a girl. I don't identify as a girl. I identify as a boy, and I'm transgender. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I failed that moment hard as a father. Because what I should have said was, look, you are my child and you are a part of me. And I will love you unconditionally and always, no matter what. But I got caught off guard, so what slipped out of my mouth was, wow, you took new year, new you to another level. That's messed up, man. The only way I failed that harder is if I would have been like, hey, when I told you that you needed to grow an extra 6 inches to be successful in basketball, I should have been more specific. That's the only way I mess up more, right? But I'm not gonna lie, after he came out, I kind of did go through a little bit of a funk and a depression, because I was like my whole future was blown up in an instant, right? For 13 years, I had an idea of what that future was gonna be, and it was gone, and I had to process that and come to terms with it, right? Because I don't get to walk my daughter down the aisle now. I don't have a father-daughter dance to look forward to, and Girl Scout season was right around the corner, and that was my dealer. Like, who do I buy from? I can't just chase girls in the Jewel for do-si-dos. Get arrested for that. It's real sensitive in Chicago for that right now. So, but what helped me come out of that funk was one of the weekends, it was my weekend to have him, and we're sitting around and we're having family dinner, and it's me and it's him and it's my wife, and my wife and I, we have 2 boys together, and then I looked at my family, I realized that I am such a man that even when I make a girl, it's a boy. Like, that's how manly my stuff is, right? I'm like, yeah, take that, high school bullies, who's the man now? So he had been dealing, though, with a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of mental health issues, and it was because he was hiding a part of himself that he didn't know how to articulate, right? He didn't have that skill set yet. But when he finally came out and the family's been very loving and accepting and supporting of him, it's made a huge difference. Like, he was struggling in school, like barely getting by. This year he's a sophomore in high school. He's doing great. He's on AB honor roll. He's doing fantastic. Like, I remember the first time we went shopping for clothes at Target in the boys section, openly, and I hadn't seen him smile like that in years, and it felt great. It just filled my heart to see him be doing better, right? But then we went to the hygiene aisle, and he went straight for the Axe body spray, and I was like, oh, fuck you. Like, I love and accept that you're trans, but I am not raising a douchebag. Turn your hat around, not in my house. Oh, man, my youngest is 4. He's a good kid. He's a sweet kid. And I let him watch all the Marvel movies. I let him watch all of them. He's really into them. But he was really into Black Panther. That one made a huge impact in his life. And I know it did. Because about 6 months ago, we had an African family move into our neighborhood. And they were coming around introducing themselves. And they're coming up the driveway. And my son, my 4-year-old, he sees their twin 2-year-old boys. And he flips out. Because he's like, Daddy, look. They look like little T'Challas. And I'm like, oh, shit. He goes to public school. That could have been way worse. I got lucky. So, but my neighbors, they were cool with it. They laughed it off, and we get along with them. It was fine. But a few weeks later, we had a FedEx guy delivering a package at my house, And he's a young African-American dude, good-looking dude, in shape. And my son flips out again. Daddy, is that T'Challa? Is that the Black Panther? Is that T'Challa? And I'm like, dude, that's him, not me. Hit him. Like, I don't want a part of that. So, but the guy was cool. High-fived him, did Wakanda forever, made my kid's day. It was beautiful, right? But that's when it clicked for me. My son, having seen that movie so young, he doesn't see a criminal when he sees a black man. His instinct is to see a superhero. And that's beautiful. Yeah, but he still thinks they all look the same, and that's incredibly racist. Like, progress comes slow. Guys, you've been fantastic. Enjoy the rest of the show.
One more big round of applause for Peter Daniel. Oh, yeah. Black Panther, Falcon, kind of look similar. I was waiting to see what you were saying. All right, cool. Moving right along. All right, get ready, because this next comedian is my favorite up-and-coming comedian, because he paid me to say that. No, he's funny, and I've watched this guy. I've watched his career climb since he was just like fresh-faced baby. Now he's still a fresh-faced baby. He's just a fresh-faced baby with a lot of hair now. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for my good friend Tucker Millett.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Keep it going for Marz. Oh, make some noise if you guys are feeling good. You feeling good? Hell yeah, guys. That's good. Oh man, I've been trying to relax lately. Give it up if you're trying to relax. Anybody? It's hard to relax, you know? I have a hard time relaxing because I really like watching the news. I'm like a news junkie. Anybody else like watching the news? You know? So you guys get it, right? It's hard to relax when you watch a lot of news. News junkie really is the appropriate word, because sometimes I do feel like a drug addict, you know? Like I feel terrible while it's happening, but I keep coming back for more. I can't get enough, you know? Like I watched the news today, and then I laid face down on the ground for 6 hours, just strung out on the news, you know? It really is. It's like, it's kind of self-harming, you know? It's sort of like the adult version of cutting, you know? It hurts, but it reminds you that you're alive, you know? Okay, you guys are more well-adjusted than me, I see. That's fine. It is exhausting, man, but I think that's what he wants, you know? The president, that's what he wants, right? He wants everybody to get exhausted so that, like, a year from now, he can say something really crazy and everyone's going to be used to it, you know? Like, a year from now, he's going to come out on TV and be like, okay, everybody, here's the deal. I sold Alaska to the Russians, and they were going to frack it for oil. And we're going to be like, oh, my God, finally. You know, he's just been talking about it for so long. I'm glad he finally did something. It's just... It is, man. I hate it. It's exhausting. And sometimes, like, with the president, I don't know after a while if some of the things that have happened really happened, or, like, maybe I dreamed that happened, you know? Because sometimes it's so crazy, I just start to question, you know, like, was Kanye in the Oval Office? Did that happen? You guys remember that? That was... I don't know if, like, I, like, got high and fell asleep watching the news, or, like, while I was listening to Homecoming or something. I don't know what happened, you know, like, because I swear to God, he was in there are all these cameras, he's, like, talking about other dimensions, and his phone password is just 4 zeros, and he's, like, got the MAGA hat on, it's giving him superpowers, you know? You're like, that seems like something I would have dreamed, right? Like, that doesn't seem like it was real. Or Space Force. You guys remember Space Force, right? Was that? Did that really? Because that doesn't seem like was anybody like, oh, you know what they say about America is that our military is too small, so we got to expand, franchise, you know, get out into space, some Star Trek shit. You know what I'm talking about? Look at that Enterprise. I don't know, man. I don't know if that shit was real or not. I don't know if it was like a Berenstain Bears thing where we all remember it one way, but really wasn't like that. I don't know. You guys don't watch as much YouTube as I do, I see. Okay. It's fine. I don't know, man. I don't know. I am kind of stressed out. I spent a lot of time in 2017 and 2018 thinking like maybe the apocalypse could happen at any minute, you know? And now I just don't worry about it, you know? Because I realized that like no matter how the apocalypse goes down, I'm gonna be dead within 24 hours. So like, it doesn't matter, you know? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're all, you know, people worry about it, but like, the apocalypse is just gonna be like one shitty day, and then most of humanity will be killed. So it's like, what are we worried about? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Just like, enjoy it while it lasts, or whatever. I don't know. Because that's the thing. Like, you don't go from being like an accountant at Grubhub to like killing zombies. Like, it doesn't happen like that. You know? Like, you're gonna get beaten to death over a bottle of water like everybody else. Okay? You're not gonna make it. So that's why it's so weird to me that there's all these like TVs and movies like Walking Dead and World War Z, where it's like this post-apocalyptic fantasy. It's like, you're not gonna make it. You know, like I don't know how to do anything outside of like a modern contemporary society. Like, I can't like build a shelter or deliver a baby. I don't know how to do any of that shit, you know? Like, I can't even make food. Can anybody make food? Maybe you can cook, which is great. That's taking food that already exists and then mixing it with more pre-existing food to make better tasting food, right? But like, if I want to grill cheese, I don't know how to like grow grain and grind it into flour to bake bread or milk a cow and turn milk into cheese by whatever magic that is, you know? Like, I can pick fruit, but where do you find fruit? It's not just lying on the ground, you know? The fruit section of the grocery store, exactly. But if I don't have a global economy to lean on and I want a banana, I have to go to South America, okay? I'm not going down there. There's spiders down there. It's very scary. All right, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys. My name is Tucker Millett.
One more big round of applause for Tucker Millett. You like that hair, right? You like that hair? You also have lovely Tucker Millett hair. Tucker has the hair of beautiful black women. Carrot Top? He'd be insulted by that. He'd be insulted. Nobody wants to look like Carrot Top, sir. I said beautiful black women. You're like, nope, Carrot Top. She's sitting back there like, the fuck he talking about? Carrot Top. I worked hard for this. This is some beautiful hair. Carrot Top can kiss my ass. All right. Now I got Carrot Top gonna be after me. Like, you talking shit about my hair? Pull a big mallet out of his bag and hit me over the head with it. Prop comedy? Cool. All right. We're having fun here. Yes, yes we are. All right. Coming to the stage, fabulous person. I've done many shows with her around Chicago. She tours all over the Midwest. A big round of applause for Casey Larwood.
A lot of the people that I date tend to wear like multiple rings on each finger. And that's fine, I guess. I don't know. I've just been of the belief that wearing a lot of rings is, you know, like weird and fucking dumb. I don't know. Just, you know, you see a lot of hand nonsense. You gotta assume someone's got a lot of head nonsense. I write on edibles, so this is like one of those self-indulgent think pieces. You can get off the ride here if you want to for a little bit. I don't know, I've just been of the belief that wearing, when you see a ring, it's designed to tell you a very insecure lie about a person. Like, you see a ring on this finger and it's saying, I'm gonna be attracted to the same person until one of us is dead, and I'm willing to bet my financial independence on it based on my current attraction to that person. That is a fucking crazy insecure lie. You see somebody wear a thumb ring and that's saying, hey, I am interesting. You see somebody wearing a pinky ring and that just says I sell used ATVs to people with zero credit and make them pay in cash, and that doesn't weigh on my conscience as much as it should. I saw a 35-year-old man in cargo shorts wearing an authentic Green Lantern ring recently, and I was like, bet that's not real. I don't know, just my thesis is that wearing rings is a little insecure and pretentious, and when you wear one, it says something insecure and pretentious about you. I bought a ring recently. I don't know, I've just been going through some shit, so I got one of those rings that says this too shall pass. I know. How insecure is that? Also, huge lie. I swallowed it 6 days ago, still haven't seen it. So, you know, buyer beware. All right, you guys seem cool. Anyone here have a job? Oh, so this is relatable. How do I explain what I do for a living? It's, okay, you know how they transfer organs from one hospital to another for like emergency transplants and stuff? Well, as you can imagine, there's a lot of safety inspections and legal procedure and paperwork involved with that. Well, my job is I am a waitress at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Yeah, I'm 28. My daily work routine for the past 4 years has been spilling Jimmy Buffett brand tequila and then trying to convince my coworkers it's my first day. It's gotten harder too because they make me wear a 4-year pin now. I guess that's an honor. All right, anyone willing to clap and admit that sometimes they sing in the shower? Huh. A whimsical crowd, I love it. Anyone willing to admit that they pee in the shower? Always more than the singing, that's fantastic. Okay, you don't have to admit to this personally, but is anyone willing to admit that it's fine for anybody, not you, but like for anybody, and it's actually super healthy to make love to yourself in the shower? No? Okay, less. Okay, so you guys and the women at my gym? Okay, that's fine. I've had 3 pregnancy scares in my life, and if you know anything about me, that is 3 too many. I mean, I have sex, obviously, but every single time that I've had sex, I have been sure to properly and carefully do it with, with a woman. A lot of my straight friends, when they find out that I'm gay, they're like, "Oh, you don't look gay." And I get a little worked up. I'm like, first of all, don't even know what the hell that means, and secondly, thank you. I know what it means. Shot in the dark. Any other gay people in the audience? Any LGBT? Yeah, what's up? Yeah? Do you drink? Okay, so LGBT. Cool. And a lot of my guy friends will be like, "Oh, so you got like an apartment full of dildos and sex toys and girl videos, right?" What I'm saying is I need new guy friends. First of all, none of their business, and secondly, I think that's a weird stereotype people made up. Like, just because I'm a single lesbian doesn't mean I have an apartment full of dildos and sex toys. I have a kitchen full of very versatile appliances you'd be wise not to borrow. But sex toys? I'm a fucking adult. I mean, yeah, sometimes I like to wear a strap-on. Like, admittedly, yes, occasionally I wear a fake penis, but not for sex. You know, I wear it to my mechanic so he's less condescending. Yeah, that's my dildo joke, and it puts a mirror up to society. You're fucking welcome. I mean, like, guys, you'll never understand what it's like to be a woman at a mechanic. They're just, like, talking down to you for no reason. Like, one time I was at a mechanic, and he was like, "Casey, you seem really smart, but maybe next time come with your boyfriend or your husband or your dad or a car." You go in there swinging a big purple dong around, they leave you alone. It was pretty obvious that I was gay when I was younger, like in 2nd grade. We've all seen Titanic, right? Yeah, and it was kind of like the first sexy movie me and my friends watched, and it kind of awoke something in us, and I don't think I was any different except for while my friends were saying, "Oh my God, Jack Dawson's so amazing. When I grow up, I want to marry Leonardo DiCaprio." I was like, "Yeah, Jack Dawson is cool. I should learn to draw." So most of 2nd grade was me getting kicked out of art class for asking Mrs. Reeves if I could draw tasteful naked ladies, and then doing it anyway after she said no. And I was in 2nd grade. I wasn't a genius, so these pictures were dog shit. You know, like when you were 8 and you couldn't really draw people, and you like doubled down on the detail, and what you would end up with is like a weird flat orangutan face from a waking nightmare, and like the hands were the same size as the face, and I couldn't really draw pubes, so I would just draw like an asterisk. Horrible. But the tits were always perfect, and I feel like it was a dead giveaway. I feel so bad for Mrs. Reeves in the corner just cringing, like, "Why did I teach that goofy little dyke to draw spheres?" All right, guys, thank you so much. Good night.
Keep it going for Casey. All right. All y'all nasty people peeing in the showers. Yeah. Go over your house, wear flip-flops in the showers. Everybody's like, "Peeing in the shower? Yeah. Why not? It's my shower." All right, we're not gonna get into any R. Kelly jokes up here. So, with that being said, moving right along to one of my favorites. Also, I have a lot of favorites on this show because I like all these people. I do a lot of Chicago shows, so hey, we got my favorites. And a lot of these comics come from the burbs as well. Vicky Lynn she's close. She's from Beloit, Wisconsin, which I had the pleasure of doing a show up there recently. A lot of white people there. And cheese. And I'm lactose intolerant. So I got my fill of both. Coming to the stage, very funny man. A big round of applause for Seth Davis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vanessa. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? 78. Give it up for 78. Guys, keep it going for my wife, please. Oh, that's right. This is our director. He's going to film us later in the bedroom. Hi-yo. What is going on? Blue pills? I need whatever I can to keep up with Vanessa. I'm not going to lie. Well, Vanessa, 78? You look amazing. Wow. Well, I couldn't believe this. I had no idea how old my wife was. It was incredible. I thought you were just 25. It's incredible. So guys, are you guys ready for a comedy show? I wore my favorite shirt today. Oh, wow. Vanessa's seen this before, okay? Let's do it! The 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl champions. When they call me sweetness and I like to dance, running the ball is like making romance. We had the golden training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ, but we're not. Can you tell I'm a fan? Thank you. You know, it's funny, people love to come up to me and they love to tell me who I look like. All the time. Strangers love to tell me who I look like. Jim McMahon. I'll take Jim McMahon, okay. He's a little older these days. Yeah, I was doing a show the other day. This girl came up to me after the show and she goes, "Hey, Seth, you know who you look like? You look like the chef from Ratatouille." And I was like, "Oh, the hot chef. I love that guy." And then she got all sassy. She was like, you know who the chef actually is voiceovered by? David Schwimmer. You know Ross from Friends? Who you also look like. And I was like, yeah, only when I go like this. One time I was doing this show, this drunk Puerto Rican woman in the audience started yelling at me. She was heckling me. She goes, no, stop it. You know who you look like? No, for real. You know who you look like? You look like Steve. I was like, who the fuck is Steve? She goes, no, stop it, silly. Do you know who you look like? You look like Steve from the Blues Clues. I was like, oh, hot Steve from Blues Clues. This bitch told me I look like a virgin man boy. I look like the love child of Ray Romano and Dustin Hoffman. I look like Ralph Macchio from The Karate Kid if Daniel LaRusso had mild learning disabilities. So, yeah. You guys are fun. Are there any couples here tonight? Clap if you're in a relationship. Some of you guys are like afraid to admit it. Come on. Are you guys together or no? You guys. How long you guys been together for?
Coming up on 7 months.
7 months. Guys, give it up for 7 months. Not as long as Vanessa and I. But that's awesome. You know, I don't know. I recently had phone sex. Thank you very much. Phone sex, if you're not familiar with it, is when you're talking on the phone, the guy masturbates, and the girl pretends to masturbate. And I'm like pretty good at it, you know? I was talking to this girl on the phone. She was like, "Tell me all the bad things you want to do to me. Tell me all the bad things you want to do to me, big boy." And I was like, "I'm probably gonna talk about you behind your back. I'm gonna pee on your floor and wipe it up with one of your towels. And I'm gonna give your Netflix password to all of my friends." I had phone sex with this girl. It was crazy. The crazy thing about it was, I found out her grandfather was the original creator of Batman. Yeah, I was like, Batman, that is so cool. Like, that is hot. Like, I love Batman. But phone sex with her was weird, because she was like, "What are you wearing?" I don't know. I actually, you know, I got out of a relationship a while ago, and you know, my ex-girlfriend used to tell me that I wasn't intellectually stimulating because I like to watch cartoons, which kind of made me upset because she'd come home from work and be like, "What are you doing? Watching Dragon Ball Z? I want to watch my shows. Yeah, Real Housewives of Orange County, Millionaire Matchmaker, Rachel Zoe Project, Snarf, Snarf." I just started watching Thundercats and tuned her out. Yeah, I don't know. I try to date a lot, but I think, don't get jealous, Vanessa, but you know. I date a lot, but I think it's so hard to get a girlfriend. Like, I think it's so hard to get a girlfriend. Like, it's a long process. I think it's easier to get a gun in this country than it is to get a girlfriend because women do background checks. Every gun seller should be a single 30-year-old woman. Because nobody does better background checks than a single 30-year-old woman. Single 30-year-old woman will find you on Facebook. She'll go through your LinkedIn account. She'll go through your trash. Guys don't do background checks. A guy's background check is like, does she have any bikini pictures? You want a gun, you fill out a questionnaire, it's got 16 questions, you can say whatever you want, right? If you want a girlfriend, you gotta sit across the table from some girl named Rachel, who's gonna ask you really good questions like, where are you from? What do you do? Why do you do what you do? Did you go to college? Are you married? Are you divorced? Do you have kids? Who did you vote for? Who did your parents vote for? What's your credit score? Who the fuck is Melissa? I don't know. Honestly, I think relationships are more damaging than guns. Yeah, I know a guy, he got shot in the arm, and that guy healed in 9 months. And I still do material about my ex-girlfriend who broke up with me 7 years ago. Hey, let me ask you this. When's the last time a gun tried to fuck your brother? All right, I don't really have a brother. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, you can see me and Vanessa later after the show. Good night. I'm Seth Davis. Thank you so much.
You want to take your shirt, Seth? Oh, yeah. Seth, he's just introduction to the new Can TV show, Can TV Strippers on stage. If you'd taken that off, you'd see that Seth had tassels on his boobs. So, woo, get turned on. I like that you two were sitting back there like, see, I told you he looked like Ross. As I was watching you all in the back, they're like, yeah, Ross. He does. Any Puerto Rican women here? Right here? Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna fuck Seth up after the show. It was spot on, but I'm kicking his ass. That was your cousin, see? Seth does a great impersonation of your cousin. Steve. All right, let's move right along, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the stage, she performs all over the Midwest. I told you just a few minutes ago. She is from Beloit, Wisconsin. A big round of applause for Miss Vicky Lynn.
Hey. As you heard, my name is Vicky Lynn, and I am single, just to let y'all know. Last Tuesday, I turned 44. Yeah, thank you. And the very next day, I went down to the local animal shelter to pick up my cats. Because that's how it works. Mid-40s, single cats. It's a wrap. No, I have been single for 12 years. Oh, don't gasp. I didn't say celibate. Look at me, I am adorable. AKA fuckable, okay? I gets mine. But no, I've been single for 12 years, okay? And after spending that amount of time by yourself and that amount of money on batteries, you learn a few things about yourself. You start to, know exactly who you are and exactly what you want out of life, okay? And now I know exactly who I am and I know exactly what I want in a mate, okay? I just want somebody who is able to help me pay these bills because that's what I need. I'm so tired. So tired of paying these bills by myself. Y'all don't understand. Oh my goodness. I just want love and half on the bills. Like, I don't feel like that's too much to ask. That's all marriage is anyway, right? Love and half on the bills, and if you lucky, blessings. No bills on your part. No bills. And that. If I'm honest with myself, that's what I truly want. Get me a waist trainer and a lace front. I'm ready to be a trophy wife. That's my goal, okay? I've been single so long that women are starting to look good to me. How you doing? You got sexy ankles. I like that in a woman. I'm serious. I am tired of paying bills by myself. Every time I open the light bill, I grab my chest like, oh, Lord. Oh, titties ain't so bad. Everybody loves titties. I can do this. Girl, let's share some tampons and responsibilities. Please. I am also thinking about sister wiving. I'm not trying to be a side chick. I'm trying to be your side-by-side chick, okay? Y'all too young for me. Y'all don't look like y'all own property yet. I need a couple who own some property, okay? Seriously, I need somebody who's been together a while, who needs a buffer. That's me, okay? That's me. And I'm a great catch, you guys, okay? I am a great catch. I have a real job, not this. They pay me in gas station coffee and a donut tonight. I have a real job, okay? And like I said earlier, I am adorable, AKA fuckable. I cook Monday through Thursday, okay? And when I find that couple, one of us will get paid so we can go out to eat on Friday, throuple date night. Yes, and then I give great cunnilingus and or fellatio on Saturday. That's sexy day. Mm-hmm. Sir, that is, just in case you didn't know, you look kind of confused. A sexy day. And I clean all day Sunday, okay? I am a great catch. Now, I ain't gonna do shit the following week. But that first week gonna make y'all real glad y'all invested in me. It's gonna be amazing. All I'm saying, sis, is let's share some dick and responsibilities, okay? I'm so tired of paying these bills by myself. Oh, I've also been losing a little weight. Yep, literally just a little. And people keep coming up to me, it was like, okay, Vicky, I see you. How are you losing all that weight? And I tell them, just like I'm gonna tell y'all my secret, I am broke. You cannot buy groceries if you don't have money. Okay, I went 3 weeks without money. Okay, 3 weeks. I lost 20 pounds. And when something like that happens, it changes your whole perspective on life, okay? Which is why I no longer give money to homeless fat people. You're lying. I see you on this corner every day and you have not lost a pound. I feel like you got a car and a bucket of chicken around the corner. You're lying, okay? I also will not give money to homeless people with pets. Because I feel like you are not that hungry. Because I have a Pomeranian at home, and 2 weeks and 3 days in, he started looking real delicious. I used to eat at Happy Walk, same thing, okay? I also don't give money to homeless white men. Because what the hell are you doing wrong? This country was designed specifically for your benefit, sir. What are you doing? Lots of drugs. You are doing lots of drugs because you got to be doing lots of drugs to get kicked out of a white wheel. Okay? Lots of drugs. So many drugs, your uncle won't even let you work at his third-rate mechanic shop. You are doing a lot of drugs. I also do not give money to homeless bitches. And I will tell you why. You have a factory between your legs. Clock in and get to work. Clock in and get to work. Yes, I'm all for prostitution if it helps get you off the streets, okay? Because had my landlord come to my door within those 3 weeks and said, you know what, Vickie, I'm sorry, I just can't wait any longer for the rent, he would have been my first customer. He would have been the first person I offered this mediocre coochie to, okay? The first. So basically what I'm saying is I'm just looking for love and half on the bills and trying not to become a prostitute. Help me help you help us, okay? Oh, and thank you guys so much. I love to take pictures with people. See me after the show. I'll take a me and you picture with you so you can make me look better. Thank you. I love you, Mommy. Thank y'all so much for listening to me. Have a good night.
One more time for Vicky Lynn. I'm sure we all saw the t-shirt she was wearing. You cute, but you broke, though. It's my theme music. It's the title to my theme song. All right, so here's our headliner coming to the stage. I've had the pleasure of performing with him on different shows out at the Improv in Schaumburg. He is a regular on Windy City Live. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Russ Williamson.
Oh, yeah! Keep it going. For those of you at home, it's April 15th and it snowed 2 feet yesterday. So this is springtime in Chicago, all right? The city's the worst. This is not even that bad. When it was negative 22, the only people happy about that weather were weathermen. That was their Super Bowl. That whole week, I saw Tom Skilling with a rock-hard dick going, you guys got to check out these temps. Never seen anything like it. If it gets to negative 65 wind chill, I'm just going to come. I'm just going to... Back to you. They were coming up with names and phrases for it. Shit I'd never even heard before, like polar vortex, Arctic blast. When I first heard the words polar vortex, I thought that was something like a poor kid would wear in high school. Like, Mom, could I please have a North Face, Columbia, something like that? No, you're getting a polar vortex. And nobody's gonna know the difference. Arctic blast? When I heard Arctic Blast, I thought that's when you took a girl ice skating and then you fingered her. I'm just happy to be here, happy to be out of the house. As of December 28th, I became a father for the first time. Yeah. That's right. Did it all by myself. You know those things eat every 2 to 3 hours? What the? Huh? I knew I was in trouble like 2 years ago, man. My wife got baby fever. That's a real thing. Every time my wife would see a baby, she'd hold it up and go. Oh my God. Baby smells so fucking good. And she's right, you know, now that I have a baby, babies do smell good. And I think it's because they just came out of a hot, fresh pussy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what kind of dad I'm gonna be, you know? It's too early to tell. It's too early. I do know one thing, though. I'm not going to leave my kids in the back of a hot car. I know that. Every summer, on the news, it just comes out. Parents cannot get enough of leaving their kids in the back of hot cars. Can't get enough of it. But thank God there's the internet, you know? Because they come out with little tips and tricks to help you remember that you have a fucking kid in the back seat of your car. Little tips like, take your left shoe off and throw it in the back seat. Get out of the car. Huh? I don't got a shoe on. You know what? There must be a kid in the back seat. Duh. I have another little tip. How about you just remember? You have a kid, you selfish piece of shit. Like, what is going on in your life where you can't remember the biggest mistake you've ever made is right behind you? How do you not? Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Like 2 years ago, I tried to change my whole life. I thought, you know, I'm going to stop eating like an asshole. I'm going to stop drinking so much. And like in 2 years, I lost like 150 pounds. Yeah, hey. Here's the fun part, Can TV. I'm still fucking fat. What the fuck did I do to myself? Normally when you lose a 9th grader off your body, you just feel a little bit better about yourself. It was getting bad, man. I was over 450 pounds. I was a couple sandwiches away from having my own show on TLC. Have you seen that thing? Huh? My 600-pound life? Holy shit. I used to watch that show when I was almost 600 pounds. I used to get bummed out. I used to just sit there and be like, is this going to be my life? Like, am I going to have a team of nurses clean under my tits? But now I watch that show after I lost a little weight, and I'm like, these fat Have some self-control, you slobs. It was getting bad, man. I was a 30-year-old man. I didn't worry about diabetes. I don't worry about diabetes. Diabetes, that disease does not mess around. Diabetes is like the mob. If you fuck up, they're going to take your foot. I knew I was in trouble. I knew I had to lose some weight because I got on a plane. That's when you find out. That's when they separate the men from the even bigger men. Side note, I was flying to Florida. There's so many old people on my flight, I thought we were going to have a layover in heaven. But I got on the plane and I realized I was the fat guy that nobody wants to sit next to on a plane. Here's how you figure that out. While you're lumbering down the aisle, trying to find your seat, going, what is that? The look of panic on people's faces. When they thought I was going to sit next to them, they're just like, oh no! It's a 4-hour flight! They sat me in the middle seat. I just looked at them. I was like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to fuck up this flight for both of you. I'm hungover. I got diarrhea. I'm going to be up and down. Up and down. That's where we draw the line? Okay, diarrhea. All right. It's good to know now. I guess I'll scrap my closer. We're talking shop up here. All right. It's tough to lose weight, man. You know, especially with all these cooking shows out. I watch cooking shows all the time. My wife got me watching MasterChef Junior. Have you seen these homeschooled weirdos? These kids are like children of the corn on the cob. I hate when kids talk smarter than me. I don't like it. Creeps me out. They get on the show and they're like, this is a chicken breast reduction with a strawberry beurre blanc and a daikon salad. Go outside and play. Stop baking cakes. There's pussy out there. Why are all the chefs tough guys now? Why does every single cooking competition have a chef with a sleeve full of tattoos and a shitty attitude? And every time they introduce him for a cooking competition, it's like, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, you're about to saute baby carrots, okay? Get the fuck out of my face! You're not a tough guy. You're about to have a cupcake war, you bitch. I hate when they interview celebrity chefs, like on the news and stuff, like, just opened up my second location. Just opened up my third location in the city. Yeah? I know a guy named Denny. He has like 1,000 locations. Not impressing me. I can get like a nice restaurant. The server comes, like, well, for dessert, the chef has prepared a deconstructed s'more. Well, you better tell him to go back there and construct that shit, because it says here it's $20. It's tough to lose weight when you live in Chicago, you know? Chicago has food festivals. The Taste Chicago. All that is Lollapalooza for fat people. That's all it is. I saw a guy at the turkey leg stand one year. He was getting high. It was me. It was me. I did that. There's a hot dog place right by my apartment. There's a hot dog there that's wrapped in bacon and then fried. Pretty sure it's called the I Can't See My Dick. And they're delicious. They're pretty good. I'm gonna get out of here. I can't wait to watch some Netflix when I get home. Probably watch some Narcos. Oh my God. Love that show. If you haven't seen it, it's about drug cartels, cocaine. 85% of it is in Spanish. It's all subtitles. It's amazing. I watched 8 episodes one day. 8! My wife comes home from work. She's like, huh, you didn't, you didn't do anything all day? I go, didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure I learned how to speak Spanish in 8 hours. Are you nuts? She's like, Russ, you gotta clean up around the house. You gotta do some dishes. I said, cállate, mamacita. El Narcos es muy, muy, muy importante. I like this job, man. You know, you get to travel the globe. You get to see exotic places like Michigan and Indiana. Sometimes you go to these towns, there's no cell phone reception. There's 2 radio stations, and they're both country. Holy shit, do I hate country music. Like, what is that twang? What is that twang they all have? How say hey. What is that? That doesn't sound good. And it's a choice they make to sound like that. Here's how I found out. You know that Keith Urban, that frosted tip phony from American Idol? He's an Outback Steakhouse guy. He's a that's not a knife. He's one of those guys. But the second you get him in front of a microphone, how say Hey. It's the worst. How many award shows does country music need? 18 a year? There's the CMAs, the AMAs. This Sunday, it's the CMAs. And this one's hosted by Dirk Sterkley and Burke Bryant. And fresh off her KSC ads, Reba McEntire. It's awful. Sometimes you go to these towns, the only bar in town is a country western line dancing bar. Have you seen this shit? You walk in and it's 80 assholes in cowboy boots doing the same exact dance. Looks like a white trash Bollywood movie. Has anyone ever paid money to go to a country concert? It's like $150 for 4 hours of this. Learn a dance move, asshole! Guys, I'm Russ Williamson. You've been great. Follow me on Instagram.
Keep it going by Russ Williamson, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Oh, we'd like to thank you all for coming out to Can TV's LOL Chicago. Let's give yourselves a big round of applause. And keep that applause going for everybody we have back in the control booth as well. We do this show once a month on Monday nights at 7:30. So next month we'll be back, and that's going to be May 13th, Monday, May 13th, I do believe. Rob, give me a nod from the booth. That is correct. Monday, May 13th, that's our next Can TV show. So make sure you RSVP at Can TV to come see this great show, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Like Vicky Lynn said, the comics love taking pictures with people, so find them after the show. Good night.